The institutional church is blind. The leaders in the church are blind and small-minded. They really are. I know this is judgmental, and I know that I'm going to get flack for this, but I believe this is true. Most leaders in the church, I don't care what denomination it is, are really at the end of the day more concerned about themselves. If you say anything that they don't like, a lot of them get very defensive. A lot of them can't take criticism. But yet in Proverbs it says you got to learn how to take criticism, but yet they don't know how to. I say this because I talk to many pastors about various issues in the church, and they more or less ignored me. So that just comes with the territory when you're dealing with leadership in most churches. But needless to say, I believe that the churches in general, the laity, are inwardly focused. They're not terribly focused in the community and other people around them. You can have a church in a decent area, but there's obviously homeless people who are suffering, and the church doesn't do much to address it. Okay, they might have a charity where they give food, 2 times a month. That's not enough to actually address the issue. They're not actually trying to be a force of good in the community. They're more concerned about various activities within the church, get-togethers, church picnics. You can't forget the fundraisers of raising money for the church so they can operate. They put more priority into that than they do the community surrounding them, and they wonder why their numbers are low. This is pretty much most churches. I believe that there has to be a reevaluation of the Christian church in the West. I don't believe in leaving the institutional church. I think that's wrong. Christ established the institutional church, and we have to retain it. But there has to be reform, because the way it is right now is unacceptable. There's too much hypocrisy. There's too much hidden sin. And there's not enough of a true understanding of the gospel and living it out in our lives. And that comes down to a leadership issue. And therefore, we, the people in the church, have to demand better leadership from the churches going forward.